Hey guys, this is Looney, and I want to welcome you to a very rare Minecraft video in which I don't take even a single step.
I don't take even a single step.
In this video, we're gonna go into the statistics of the world. And there is a lot of fascinating stuff to see here. We're gonna go through the general tab quickly, and then we're gonna go into the really interesting stuff, which happens under items. But there are a few things I want to point out in this tab. Let's start with the damage dealt. At this point in my world, after 4,639 days, I've dealt 657,000 damage to mobs. That is a very, very, very high number. But I want to point out another one. I've also taken 44,000 damage. That is quite a lot. And early on in the world, I was a lot more careful and active in terms of using my shield. I would try to not take any damage at all. Eventually, I figured that if I was aware enough of my surroundings, I can actually run around, hit everything, and make sure that I never go under like half of my hearts. At that point, I started taking a couple more hits from the occasional skeleton, zombie, or whatever. So that number is racking up quite fast. Another thing I want to show to you guys is the distance traveled. We have a couple numbers here, but there's one that really, really stands out. This is the distance I've flown by Elytra. Now, let me compare that to the actual distance you would need to travel to fly around planet Earth one time. That's pretty crazy, isn't it? Distance by Strider, probably one of the lowest numbers. Only outmatched by distance by pig, solid 51 meters. I've used my ender chest so far 3,870 times. And I've quit my game or started a new session 2,065 times. In just under 365 days. Now that is a remarkable thing. That is more than 6 times a day on average over the last year. The reason that number is so high is because before every stream, I go into my game, I press my F3, and I check which day we're going to start the stream at. Before every replay mod session, I need to go out of the game, go back into the game, reload it, start a new one. So there are stream days where you see me exit and enter the game several times. And then when I have to go in to make random other replay mod clips, I also go into the game. Interactions with a crafting table, 7,488. Interactions with a furnace, this is a remarkably high number because nowadays with the auto smelter, I don't interact with a furnace anymore. I just interact with the chest. But the furnace itself, interacted with it 4,147 times. That is a whole lot. We use the stonecutter occasionally. I've jumped 634,000 times and I've killed 207,000 mobs. That is a ton. So far, I've triggered 17 raids, but only defeated 14. The remaining 3 is at least 1 defeat, 1 abandoned raid, and 1 that is currently unaccounted for. I have no idea what happened there. Apparently, I have never cleared a shulker box or cleaned a shulker box. Now, to be fair, I also have no idea what clean shulker box is. I've opened 52,800 shulker boxes though. That is a ton. And so far, I've played in this world for 64.23 full days. That is also what is noted as the time since last death, since this is a hardcore world and I have never died. Now, remarkable thing if we go up a little bit, is that not only have I slept or have I played 64 days, but of those 64 days, I've spent 11.8 days sneaking. That is close to 18% of the time I've been in the world I've spent sneaking. Reason that number is so incredibly high is that I like to use my sneak while building so I don't fall off whatever ledge I'm currently walking on. Then the time since last rest is 24.8 days. For those of you that have been around a little while, the last time I actually slept in the world is day 750. Now that is a lot longer ago than 24 real life days. The reason that this is the number is that every time you put a bed down and you reset your respawn point, which I did most recently when I changed the bedroom in the heart of the sea, somewhere between 3,000 to 4,000 days, that will reset to 0 even if you don't sleep the night and just get out of it. Total time slept in the bed, according to the game, 66. Due to what I just explained, I figured that number is a little bit closer to 60 and probably a little bit lower than that. But either way, it is not very much at all. Then so far, I've traded with villagers 3,540 times, mostly to get emeralds for their name tags, because we've been using a lot of name tags in the world. So far, the general tab figured it out. Let's go to the stuff that I really, really like. We're gonna go to items. And we're gonna start with the fun stuff. How many times have I broken particular items? Well, those numbers are remarkable. I've broken 89 pair of shears. Because early in the world, I had no idea you could enchant them and heal them up. So when I was clearing out the forest right next to where the Heart of the Sea is, I actually gathered a ton of leaves from all the oak trees there. And on a single trip, I would break 3 to 4 shears. Pretty wild. Then, iron pickaxes, which I used early on, getting my first diamonds. Iron shovels, fair enough. Flint and steel, oh well. But let's get back to the more interesting stuff. I've broken 6 diamond shovels, 4 netherite pickaxes, 2 netherite shovels, and 1 diamond pickaxe. So those are top tier items, and I've broken 13 of them combined. Pretty wild. Other than that, there are no items broken recorded. 2 shields, those can be scary moments if you don't notice that they're gonna break. Let's go to the times crafted. Times crafted is also a remarkable statistic, because here you're going to see some of the items that we craft and use a lot of. Black concrete powder, 236,000. That number is higher than it should have been. I've placed around 204,000 black concrete in the end, building the floor for the mirror underneath the end statue. Remarkable thing there, 204,000 and 236,000, there's a lot of difference between the two, 32,000 blocks. Now, are those blocks somewhere in my storage? They are not. I accidentally exploded them because I had my blast chamber set up wrong. So I had to make 30,000 extra resources, which probably just evaporated. When I count the blocks placed for my world, I do not count the black concrete powder, by the way, because it's a horribly high number. And I didn't actually place it in a build. I placed it, it got exploded, it got converted into regular black concrete, then it got exploded, then it got placed. So I only count the black concrete itself. Stone bricks, we've been making a bunch for the Nether Hub. Bone meal is what I've generated from bones out of the fortress farm. Almost 200,000 at this point, and we're gonna need a lot more because we're planting forest currently, and that takes a ton of bone meal, especially converting netherrack into nylium. Then the rockets. I use firework flight duration 1 rockets. Reason being that if I get cramped in a small space, I don't fly around the room forever, decreasing the likelihood of me actually dying by sandwiching myself between several walls while bouncing around the room with my elytra. Then red stained glass a ton, and this one is remarkable too. Sea lanterns. 85,000 sea lanterns. All of the resources for this, the prismarine shards and the prismarine crystals, of course come from the Guardian farm. Then black dye, which is used for the end floor as well, is one that stands out. Iron nuggets is a remarkable one because that all went in to lanterns. We've been using a ton of them. Divided by 9, and you're gonna get the amount of lanterns, chains, and iron bars that we crafted from it. I'm not entirely sure if iron bars go out of it. I think they go out of iron ingots. You get the idea. Then you're gonna see some other dyes pop up here. And At this point, when we're in the 6,000 numbers, those are just items that I've used for building. Wait, this is remarkable. I've crafted 5,000 sponges. How does that even work? Mojang, please explain. How does one craft a sponge? Let's move on to the times mined. This is a fascinating one, combined with times used. Then picks up and dropped are a little bit random, but let's go to times mined. I've mined 480,000 stone, 470,000 sand, and 370,000 netherrack. Gravel, 170k. Nether warts, 47,000 for all the red nether brick that we're using around the nether hub. Obsidian. Yes, you got that right. Obsidian. 36,000 blocks. This took around 20 hours of mining. And this number is the entire end pillars mined down to around Y19. And the last couple layers, from 19 to 0, they're still hidden underneath the base of our end statue. Then I've been using a lot of soul soil as of late. Mycelium for the mushroom biome. This is just the mushroom biome. That's pretty wild. Then here, dark oak leaves. That's the forest I mentioned earlier, where all the shears got used. Then we have dark oak logs, spruce logs. This is just me cutting down forest because I have not made a wood farm. And I'm not going to make a wood farm because I don't think it improves our speed a whole lot. And clearing out forest also enables us to build new stuff there later. So it's preparing biomes for whenever they come around. 10,000 coal ore, almost 11,000. That's a fairly rare block if you're clearing out an area, which only goes to show how much of an area I've actually cleared out so far. Iron blocks, 9.4k. That is just me repositioning beacons. Coral blocks are starting to rack up because we've been doing the crystal biome around the nether hub, which uses a lot of coral. Redstone 5,000, iron ore 5,000. And if we go down further, we're going to find some rarer blocks. This is grass and seagrass that I've mined out accidentally. Cocoa beans, which we actually used for brown dye. Cobwebs. That is a remarkably high number in mine shafts. 1,669. Nice. 1,200 chests. 1,185 bookshelves. Occasionally when I find a new stronghold, I tend to take these with us. 936 hoppers in reconstructing or relocating farms. And 800 observers, which are also just me building farms and then tearing them apart, or building flying machines and then tearing them apart. We've been in this world for over 1,500 hours, and we're starting to get to the point where we actually have to reposition things. I build them, take them down, and put them in a new location. Then the last and probably most interesting category on the items tab is the times used. And this is fantastic. Here it is starting to glitch through each other because the number is too high. I've mined 1.1 million blocks with my netherite pickaxe, an additional 200,000 with my diamond pickaxe, and then a combined 860,000 from shovels. That puts us well over 2 million blocks mined. And then if we go to the blocks used or blocks placed, as I said, we skip the black concrete powder, and we start here with the black concrete 200,000, netherrack 146, cobblestone 113. That is mostly Looneyville and terraforming. Stone bricks 93,000, stone brick slab 64,000, red stained glass 87, sand 77. That is draining out the ocean monument for the most part. Normal stone placed 62,000 times. Cracked stone bricks placed 47,000 times. If we add up all these numbers, which I did in an Excel sheet, from the blocks placed And that does include, for example, dirt and sea lanterns and prismarine bricks. Does not include nether warts. Does not include buckets. Does not. 48,000 buckets is a lot, by the way. Wow. 31,570 lava buckets. These I did include because they are technically blocks that we've placed around the nether hub. Every bucket represents a source block of lava. Does include the dark oak slabs. Does not include torches. Does include prismarine brick slabs. And does not include stuff like kelp. You get an idea. I just count the blocks. I do count stairs and slabs, etc. Everything that to me feels like it's a decorative block. If we add up all those numbers, at this point, we are well over 1.8 million blocks placed in the entire world. So we take these out. Black concrete powder does not belong there. And then what's left over, all the numbers added up, 1.8 million blocks. Now the embarrassing tab. This one has some monstrosities, and I do apologize for everything that happened here. So far in the world, I've killed 9,344 blaze. Perfect. Fortress farm. That I've no problem with. 47 bats. I've no idea when I've ever killed a bat. So I think all of these I hit on accident. Then this one's bad. This one's really bad. This one's really, really bad. I've killed 23 cats. Moment of silence for the dead cats. What happened here is right before day 2000, I was trying to get all the advancements done before I hit 2000 days. One of them was get the cats. Now a cat mob cap for a village is 5 cats around the village, which meant that every time I got a cat that I didn't want to tame because I didn't need it for the advancement, I tried to get rid of it, hoping that a new one would spawn in. Thing is, they don't spawn in all that quick, and it didn't work very well, so I just started flying around. Before that is actually when the really bad stuff happened. I tried to make a cat farm. I tried to make a village myself and make it generate cats, but it was too slow, so I got rid of the whole thing, and then I started hunting the villages. 23 cats. I'm really sorry, guys. I'm really, really sorry. Really sorry. As for this, the 322 chickens, no regrets whatsoever. I mean, chickens are awesome. I don't hate the chickens. But before we have a fireworks show, at the end of a 1,000-day period, we need to go chicken hunting. That's going to be a thing that's going to be around. 2,408 creepers. They definitely had it coming. 2 dolphins. I deny all charges. I don't remember doing any such thing. I don't know how this happened. I don't think I actually hit a dolphin with a sword ever. But I feel like there has been some weird scenario where I accidentally put a dolphin into a position where it died and it got attributed to me. I sincerely apologize to all dolphin kind. As for the 1,540 drowned, they had it coming because I want their tridents and I want their nautilus shells. And if they attack me underwater, it is not going to end well. Elder Guardians, 30 means I've so far looted 10 ocean monuments. That is pretty respectable. We might need more sponges later if I want to ever use them as building blocks, which I might. And at that point, we're going to have to loot a bunch more. 27 Ender Dragons. 20 Ender Dragons is useful. For each of the first 20 fights, you're going to get a new end gateway to spawn in. The 7 Ender Dragon fights after that are 3 fights where I try to get replay mod footage for my edits, and 4 fights where we just on a stream randomly went to fight the Ender Dragon because it was really fun. At this point, unfortunately, we can't ever do this again. Reason being that the Ender Dragon would completely tear apart the end statue and the obsidian pillars would get respawned. So that is off limits, can't ever do it again. No questions asked. Then this one, I've killed 118,758 Endermen. That is me using mending to restore all my gear. And that is a lot. That is a pretty high number. And I bet that this is going to keep racking up because we use the Enderman farm quite a bit. And the last time I checked this number, it was sitting around 90,000. Since then, we've almost cleared 30,000 more Endermen. 2 Endermite, I think, accidentally spawned when we used a random pearl somewhere. 76 Evokers. That is all the totems I have. I don't have a farm for that. I don't have 76 totems, clearly, but you get a totem every now and again. So we got plenty of totems. I have never built a raid farm. I don't think I ever will, because it breaks emerald trading, and that just feels like a shame. I want to enjoy the emerald trading when we have the trade district in Looneyville set up. 1,147 ghast. I feel like most of those happened while we were building the Nether Hub, because right now with the biomes not spawn proof, and we will not spawn proof them. I'm just gonna live inside of the fortress once the biomes are done, and there the ghast can't hit us, can't hurt us. But 1,147 ghast, that number is gonna be a bit higher before we finish the Nether Hub. 358 guardians. That is probably what happened when I was clearing out the Ocean Monument, and I still had to take care of them. When we're looting Ocean Monuments, we don't kill many guardians at all, and I've never killed them manually in the farm, even though it could be set up to do that. And then it would be a crazy XP farm, way better than the Enderman farm. So I might eventually still decide to do that. Only thing is that it's a fairly complicated setup with harming potions to get it perfect. And I don't think I want to do that. It's on the table. We might consider. 13 hoglins, 508 husks, 6 iron golems. The iron golems are pretty interesting. Those were when my iron farm that I had up until day 1200 in the world was still above the base, and I hadn't figured it out properly. Sometimes the iron golems would get stuck. So those 6 iron golems are iron golems that I had to unstuck before I got everything sorted out. Then I killed 1 mushroom. This 1 mushroom was because I thought that maybe I needed it for the kill all mobs advancement. Not true. Mushrooms, I do apologize. I'm really, really sorry. Then 1 panda. I deny all charges. Did not do it. What happened? What I think happened is I was in a boat with a baby panda that I wanted to bring over to Looneyville. I wanted to give him a new house. And while I'm in this boat on land, trying to get this baby panda out of the jungle, it was an angry baby panda. So he looked super vicious and cool. I tried to get him to the shore, but it was nighttime, and he got sniped by a skeleton while he was sitting in the boat with me. I'm guessing that is what's counted as a panda kill. As for the parrots, I have no recollection of this whatsoever. I deny all charges. The phantoms, I do not have a phantom farm. So this is all manual kills, and it's a lot. They come around every night when we're building, because I don't sleep in the world anymore. So we see a lot of them. But fighting phantoms in the air is actually really, really fun. And very good practice for your bow aim. It helps a lot. Piglin brutes I've sniped from far, far away, because I don't want to ever get close to them. The polar bear I killed the same thing as the mushroom I thought I needed for the advancement. Buffer fish happens sometime. Rabbits, at least a couple trying to get arbalistic, but not having the setup right just yet. And a couple more, because I was trying to get a rabbit's foot, which actually got pretty quick because they're really rare, but I got it within like 6 rabbits. Then 2,208 shulkers. This is a remarkable number because it means that I have a lot of shulker boxes in the world. And I'm guessing we're at around 1,000 at least. They are scattered all over the place. And if you're going to be around next Thursday for the world anniversary, I actually have an interesting plan with that. Not going to tell you right now. You're going to have to wait and see. 52 silverfish. I feel like early on in the world, when I went mining in the first week, I had some silverfish moments. And we've probably killed a couple in the Stronghold portal room while we were mining that out as well. 6,046 skeletons. Also, oh no, that's not true. I was going to say not a farm, but they spawn in the fortress farm. So we kill them there. 16 skeleton horses. Those are all accidental kills because I always try to get the skeleton on top of the horse, but sometimes you hit both of them. 9,995 slime without a slime farm. This is all slimes that spawned in the basement of my ocean monument or spawn when I'm mining out chunks somewhere, getting stone. I've actually fought this many slimes. Same for the spiders. There's no farm for those. Killed 12 squid. I have no idea how it happened. I have no idea. 3 strays. That's not a lot at all. But we don't have any really cold biomes close by. 11 striders. They sometimes are in the way. 16 trader llamas. Go figure. 178 vexes. That's pretty high. Given how scary vexes are, I feel like that's a high number. But again, the vexes are also really good bow practice. You have to get your aim quite accurate to hit them because they move over the place very quickly. 9 villagers. I just hope those are zombie villagers. Probably not, but this would make me a legitimate monster. We're gonna scroll past that really quick. 110 withers so far. 12,580 wither skeletons. 2 wolves. I know that one got angry at me. I don't know what the other one is. 1 zoglin. That was for the advancement. We had to make another portal and lure him out. 5,786 zombies. No farm for that. 74 zombie villagers. Yeah, plus the others. So 81. 81 zombie villagers. No villagers. No villagers were harmed in the making of this video. Or any other video. Maybe another video. But I don't know. Let's not talk about it. 21,001 zombified piglins. These are the gold farm as well as the fortress farm. That's where they spawn in. So much for all the mobs. I think we're gonna wrap it up, guys. So far, we are on day 4,639. And that is all the statistics in my Minecraft world. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching the video. If you got this far, you are really obsessed with numbers, and I love it. Guys, thank you very much for your time. Hope to see you soon. And until we meet again, Loony out.